Welcome to the first training lesson on the MI-24P HIND helicopter. Today we'll learn basic procedures to start and take off this bird. MI-24 is a two-seat helicopter operated by a pilot and co-pilot gunner, also known as a weapon operator. Use keyboard keys 1 and 2 to switch between seats. In this lesson, we will act as a pilot and occupy the upmost cockpit situated behind the operator's one. So, we begin. First, switch on all the circuit breakers on the right and left back walls. Use the support metal frames to move them up all at once. Or use keyboard keys right Ctrl plus right Shift plus 1 and right Ctrl plus right Shift plus 2. Turn to the right side and switch on both batteries on the right electric deck. Then locate the power from that switch. Open the cover and move the switch to the up position. Activate PO750A power inverter. Watch the appropriate light is lit above the switch. If you are unable to see the bottom part of the electric deck, slide your camera view to the right with right Ctrl plus right Shift plus num6. Use num5 to center view again. Close the door by clicking the door handle with the mouse, or use left Ctrl plus C. Pressurize the cockpit by opening the pressure valve on the left side. Rotate the wheel handle counterclockwise by dragging it to the left down direction with the mouse. Release the main rotor shaft brake by lowering the brake lever on the right side of the seat. Turn to the left and up a bit and locate the fire protection panel. Move master switch and fire extinguisher switches to the up position. Switch on service tanks, fuel cut-off valves, crossfeed and transfer pumps for all tanks. If you are equipped with external tanks, switch the appropriate external tank's rocker to the up position also. At the next step, we'll start the auxiliary power unit, APU. During APU start, we have to monitor battery voltage do not drop below 18 volts. In order to do this, rotate the voltmeter selector 2 notches to the bed position. Now, we are ready to start the APU. Check if APU start crank false start rocker set to start position. Then press an APU start button and hold for 2-3 seconds until APU comes to life. Push the right button of the board clock to start the seconds count. While APU is spinning up, please monitor. Exhaust gas temperature rises but not exceeds 880. Voltage is not below 18 volts. The green after on light should go out during the first 30 seconds after the start. When APU goes idle, check if green APU normal RPM lamps is lit. Green normal oil press lamp is lit. EGT readings don't exceed 720. It's the right time to start main helicopter engines. We must start from the leeward engine. Today the wind blows from the right, so we have to start the left engine first. Check if the engine side rocker crank start set to start, and the engine start selector switch is set to left engine position. Press the start button and hold it for 2-3 seconds until the left engine comes to life. Immediately lower the left engine stop lever. Failing to do so, we'll terminate the normal starting procedure. Use right Ctrl plus page up if convenient. The engine should come to idle power in no more than 60 seconds. Monitor the following parameters during spin-up. Green auto on and amber starter on lights up. Steady RPM increase and main rotor blade starts to move. Oil pressure at 45% of turbine RPM is not lower than 1 kg per square centimeter. Amber starter on light should turn off at 60-65% of RPM. Green auto on light should maintain the lead state no more than 33 seconds. Warning: during each engine startup, it's forbidden to move aircraft control sticks, engine RPM handle, or swing engine start selector rocker to another engine. When the left engine goes idle, repeat the procedure for the right engine. Select right engine by switching the engine start rocker to right position first. Lower the right engine stop lever to down position. Check warning lights, RPM, temperature increase, and oil pressure gauges for normal readings. Wait until engines run at idle for 1 minute. Note: in the case of prolonged APU warm-up or engine test runs, engage the APU generator to provide battery recharge using the APU generator switch on the right electric panel. Do not forget to temporarily switch it off during the engine start phase to avoid possible APU overload. Activate dust filters prior to increasing torque. It's forbidden to increase RPM until engine oil temperature reaches 30 degrees and main gearbox temperature below -50. Place the mouse cursor over the collective stick grip, depress the right mouse button and rotate the grip marked gas clockwise using a mouse wheel. You can use page up key instead. The main rotor speed reaches 95 ±2. Engage main generators on the right electric panel. Watch the right electric panel, red warning lamps LH generator out and RH generator out turn out. Then green generator parallel lamp turns on. PO750A and power from battery switches back to off position. Switch the main 115 and 36 volts transformers on, moving the rockers to the up position. Switch on both rectifiers. Stop APU turbo engine, pressing Stop APU button on the left side. Power on the guidance system by switching comp system rocker to the up position. Power on both vertical gyro systems. Now we have to test the gyros using ADI and pitch roll indicators. First, depress for 1 or 2 seconds corresponding cage buttons for both vertical gyros on the main instrumental deck. Watch both red gyro warning lamps above the buttons go off. Also, notice red markers on ADI pitch and roll indicator go off. ADI indication should coincide with current aircraft pitch and roll parking angles. Set adjust stop switch to on. Note the red warning lamp located to the right diminishes and zero indicator bar settles near the center according to the current ambient air density. That indicates the normal working state of SPUU 52. Note that at near sea level altitudes, low or moderate temperatures, when air density is high, the bar may settle to the right of center. In the conditions of low air density, the bar may stay in the leftmost position. In the next step, we'll engage autopilot control channels. Use backspace key to hide the sticks and obscuring cockpit elements. In the case of autopilot panel is not reachable by the mouse. You may also make the left mouse click on the forward edge of the seat to produce the same action. To press 3 green on buttons to activate yaw, roll and pitch control channels. Press backspace again to show hidden sticks back. Look to the left and power on all radio and communication systems. Switch radio altimeter, Doppler, blink, radar warning power and IFF system to on. In 3 minutes after the guidance system is powered, you may align it. Look to the bottom panel. Check if the 3-position mode selector is set to mark. Then, to press alignment button for 3 seconds. If you need to strafe your view down, use right control plus right shift plus num2 keyboard combination. Press num5 to center the view back. Set ARK 15 panel mode switch to composition. Power on the ARK-U2 directional finder panel located under your left elbow. Switch air conditioner mode to condition on the right panel under your right elbow. This will bring conditioned air to the... Now we're ready to start taxi. Proceed with the following. Release parking brake, left shift plus W. Push the cyclic stick forward smoothly and increase the pitch of the main rotor by gently lifting the collective stick. Lower the collective stick when the helicopter starts to move. Use short anti-torque pedal pushes to adjust moment direction. Maintain slow forward motion with longitudinal movements of cyclic control stick and wheel brakes when needed. Do not exceed the speed of 20 km per hour. Enable control position overlay indication. Right control plus enter to help you accommodate with controls. Turn left to the taxiway. Proceed taxi along the path to the runway. Enter the runway. Turn left and align the forward wheel along the center line.
Govt ID, ставок, взлет по готовности, отход по схеме на 300 подавлений, Govt 8,16.
to execute the higher power check before each flight. Gently pull the control stick back and right, then smoothly pull up the collective stick until the helicopter hangs its wheels 1.5 meters above the ground. Push the right pedal proportionally to compensate for the torque and constant tendency to make the left turn. Control the longitudinal and lateral movements of the helicopter with the cyclic stick. Check whether the main rotor speed is not less than 93% at hovering. Gently move the collective down and lower the helicopter to the ground until steady on wheels. Today we will perform the rolling takeoff procedure. Increase the collective smoothly until the helicopter becomes slide on the landing gear. Move the cyclic slightly forward of the neutral hovering position to start the forward movement. Maintain a straight ground track with the lateral cyclic and heading with anti-torque pedals until a climb speed of 20-30 km per hour is established. Smoothly apply collective to full and pull cyclic a bit to get helicopter in the air. Maintain an altitude to take advantage of ground effect for a while. Then allow the airspeed to increase toward normal climb speed, thus to get 70 km per hour of airspeed at 25 meters of altitude. Using G key, retract landing gear above 15 meters off the ground at 70 km per hour. When you use clickables in the cockpit, fast release gear lever lock with the left mouse button prior to moving landing gear lever up. After takeoff and getting safe altitude, establish the normal climb power setting and switch off the dust filters. The lesson is over. Try again if you feel you are not perfect.